I got a bag full of swatches. Yes, I've got a bag full of swatches. Oh, whoa. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily, but you can call me Ems. Today I'm here to walk you through my yarn stash, my current yarn stash, and talk a little bit about the way that I store my yarn ever since I've had a moth problem. Moths, not so much a problem anymore, but boy howdy was that freaky. So, without further ado, I store my yarn in a bin. You heard me right, this is all of my yarn because I had quite a bit of yarn that did not survive the situation. This is the yarn that survived, and any that I have purchased since the situation. And I haven't bought a lot since the situation, actually, because I've been using my yarn more so than buying it currently. But this is just a big tub. This is, I call these Rubbermaid tubs or totes, but they're not even from Rubbermaid. This one's from Canadian Tire, and it was like cheap. But inside this, I keep my yarn in bags. The hero of this entire story is the gallon freezer bag. I don't even know if this is a gallon size. We don't use gallons in Canada. But my mom always called these gallon freezer bags. I don't think this is a gallon. Maybe a few liters, but not like 4, which I'm pretty sure a gallon is meant to be like 4 liters-ish. It's maybe like a 1.5 liter Ziploc bag. Big fan of these. So, and it's great because they can file fold in here. Like essentially I can have them standing up, or I can lay them flat down like this. And it's much easier to go through them because I kind of group yarn together. And I'll walk you through that. First two things, not in a Ziploc bag, funny enough. It is the other 200 grams of neon fiber for spinning that I will be spinning up soon. Then this is some leftover sock yarn slash, this actually is a bit of leftover because I have used some of this one, this Croy sock yarn. This one is from a skirt that I crocheted. It was a test crochet for Moa. This one and this one were from my Jeepers jersey. This one was from, I think, a pair of socks, maybe? I don't remember. Leftover. And I use this white Patton's Croy sock yarn, or the muslin color. I use it for like heels and toes and cuffs of socks all the time. Next, we have this one, which is just kind of a plethora of miscellany. This is an alpaca yarn that I was given for my birthday. This is yarn from a local dyer that I purchased myself. That I think this one had gotten a little bit chewed, but it's not that bad. And I have made sure that the situation is dealt with. So I will have to splice the yarn in some spots. And then this is some interesting like chain alpaca and wool blend, like a chain construction yarn that I got for free from someone else's stash. This is my bag of mini skeins. These are all different mini skeins from a couple different people. These are from Turtle Toes. These are from, the pink one was a gift from, oh no, there's a different pink one that was a gift. These ones were from Sweet Skein of Mine. And these were also from Sweet Skein of Mine, these Stellina ones back here. This is my bag of swatches. Whenever I swatch, I stick it in this bag. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I've got a bag of swatches. I used to be, back when Typical Bliss or Tiffany Lou did yarn dyeing on her Patreon, I was a member at the yarn tier, and I have some of her yarn here. There's probably more Typical Bliss in here as well, but this is 3 Typical Bliss sock sets. This is some more miscellaneous sock yarn slash this one is a DK But the rest of this is different sock yarns that I had for various different projects. And this one I also got for my birthday. This is some leftover Briggs & Little from some various projects that I've been working on. This is Briggs & Little Heritage, just their standard 2-ply, which is quite thick. It's very much like an Aran weight sort of level. This is the bag that I currently have last year's West Knits Mystery Shawl Knit Along in. I got I finished week 1, and this is sort of where we're at now. And I got bored of this stitch, that I need a bunch more rows of this stitch, and I got bored of it, so I put it in this bag. I'm similar with shawls, where I will work on them for a long time and then get bored and then get back to it pretty quickly. So I keep that in this bag, sandwiched between all of these bags of yarn. This is my drop spindle with some pretty raw wool. Got a lot of hay pieces in it. If you see anything in it, it's not a moth, I promise. It's hay. But every time I'm using wool, whenever I'm spinning now, and I come across a piece of hay, my brain goes, is that a moth? And then I have to like inspect it and make sure it's not. Because I'm just like, what if it is? This is a current historical knitting project. It is a bit on hold just because I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with the toe. And this is, these are some swatches for the motifs, but I am trying to recreate a sock from between 1100 to 1300 Egypt. And I have mapped out the stitch pattern and everything, and I figured out my needle sizes that I need. The issue is that I need to figure out what I want to do with the toe and the heel area, because there is no, it's a sock fragment, so we can't really, we can tell it was knit in the round, and we can tell it was knit toe up. I don't know how they made the toe, because it's like disintegrated, and we don't know if there was technically a heel, because that area is also disintegrated. So I'm gonna figure out what I want to do. I might just do a modern toe and heel because I want to wear them. So, you know, thinking of something like that. This is my Noro Kakigori. You may remember that I did a video a while back asking if Noro is worth it or not. I think a lot of my opinions may have changed since that video. I don't recall what my actual verdict was. This was something that I bought for myself when I got a promotion at work, and it is enough to make either a tank top or a t-shirt in my size. I do still really want to make something with this because I think it's a really pretty subtle shift of color. But I still have it in my stash because I haven't quite figured out what I want to do with it yet. This is another bag of Typical Bliss sock yarns. These are this is 4 different sock sets. Just some fun, more basic colors. I do need some sock yarn for a test knit that's coming up, so I might be using one of those. This was some yarn that, as you can see from the bag, I purchased for another Hardly harness. This is Drops Soft Tweed. I was just really attracted to this kind of plummy color, and I really want to make a Hardly harness with it. That's what I bought it up for. That's what it's gonna be. This is a really fun bag, and this is a bag that has my own hand spun. That's the orange right there. Some hand spun that I got from someone else's stash. That is that multicolored one right there. And then this special yarn right here is from a local alpaca farm, I believe. And it's really soft and pretty, and I don't know what I want to use it for. So it's just been kind of sitting here ready. I got it for Christmas one year, and it needs to be the perfect thing because it's such beautiful natural colored yarn. We have this Briggs & Little Sport that I used to make my Belong dress. I overestimated how much I would need of this yarn by quite a bit because I have a full extra green skein and most of another skein, like at least half, if not more of that skein is in here. So I'll have to figure out something to do with this extra Briggs and Little Sport. I love this color. It's called Firefly. I might just like knit it striped with something. This is another miscellaneous bag. This has a sock that is one sock that I finished, and it has the rest of the yarn from the sock. Then it has the extra yarns from knitting my Hardly harness, and it has some extra sock yarn, some DK sock yarn from, or maybe it's Sport Weight. It might be Sport Weight from when I knit my Beetlejuice socks. And then the rest of the yarn from my Hobbiton vest. Then we come into a really cute bag of Knitting for Olive merino. I purchased these two navy ones myself, and this, this is Knitting for Olive pure silk in copper. So I bought this myself, and I bought the two navies myself. But the other Knitting for Olive colors were actually gifted to me from someone from Anne, when one of their friends passed and had this yarn, and they gifted it to me. I really am planning to make something really nice from it, but it just needs to be the perfect project to honor the person who bought this yarn originally. I'm considering doing a granny square vest similar to Breathing Yarn did with Knitting for Olive merino, because I thought that was just really cute. And I'm thinking of doing something similar. And last but most certainly not least, we have some DK weight yarn from Hunsa. And this is, I believe this is Long Live the King, which is based on Godzilla, not Lion King. Which I still think this could fit for Lion King too, because the colors are just very, very nice. So, very excited for this. I had purchased this to make a Gondor vest, which is a similar vest to the Hobbiton vest, also by Fable Knitwear. However, I'm debating if I actually want to use it for that or not, because this 4 skeins of this is quite a decent amount that I could make maybe something else with it. I just know that it's really pretty and I like it a lot. And it's got the red and the green that is in my color palette. The yellow is a little bit more brighter than my usual color palette, but it will go really nicely with black. That's the idea. And that's all she wrote, folks. That's all of my yarn stash. I have a couple skeins of I have a couple other skeins just like randomly around my house, mostly of acrylic yarns. Especially for gift knitting. And then I have some Lion Brand woolies that I use to knit my frogs and their clothes, because I love that frog pattern. I don't remember who makes it, I'm very sorry, but I love that little frog pattern. And I knit little frogs sometimes. I only have 2 so far, but then I knit little clothes for them, and I have woolies for that. But I guess now I just need to put my yarn back, which thankfully is much easier than having a bunch of random yarns around, because they're all in these handy little bags. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe if you'd like to see more knitting, witchcraft, or whatever the heck I want content on this channel, hopefully a bit more often. See you guys next time. Bye.